All right, number 98, playing on emotion. I haven't refreshed myself on this one, but just from the title, I think Alan was gonna be all over this one.
I'm gonna be all over it. And we have two other fallacies in here also. So that's gonna be interesting. This will probably be my last one, by the way, because we have to go to the top. All right, number 98, playing on emotion. Also, the sob story, the pathetic fallacy, the bleeding heart fallacy, the drama queen, drama king fallacy. The classic fallacy of pure argument from pathos, ignoring facts and evoking emotion alone. Example, if you don't agree that witchcraft is a major problem, just shut up, close your eyes for a moment, and picture in your mind all those poor moms crying bitter tears from their innocent tiny children whose cozy little beds and happy tricycles lie all cold and abandoned just because of those wicked old witches. Let's string them all up. The opposite of this is the apathetic fallacy. Also, cynicism, burnout, compassion fatigue, where any and all legitimate arguments from pathos are brushed aside because, as noted, country music artist Joe D. Messina, someone's gonna attack me for that one. Joe D. Messina sang in 2005, "My Give a Damn's Busted." Obverse to playing on emotion is the ancient fallacy of refinement, quote unquote real feelings, where certain classes of living beings, such as plants and non-domesticated animals, infants, babies, and minor children, barbarian slaves, deep sea sailors, farm workers, criminals and convicts, refugees, addicts, terrorists, Catholics, Jews, foreigners, the poor, people of color, hillbillies, hobos, homeless or undocumented people, or the lower classes in talk about a run-on sentence in general are deemed incapable of experiencing real pain like we do or having any real feelings at all. Only brutish appetites, vile lusts, evil drives, filthy cravings, biological instincts, psychological reflexes, and automatic tropisms. Noted rhetorician Kenneth Burke falls into this last behaviorist fallacy in his otherwise brilliant 1966 Language as Symbolic Action. In his discussion of a bird trapped in a lecture room, see also othering. Yeah, so refinement to me felt like it was just othering.
It's othering with uh the dismissal of emotion. It's a combination.
Got it. Okay, dismissing because this one's all discussing emotion. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Wow. This is a big one, man. I do the playing on emotion a lot. A lot, a lot. It's part of the so there's been like recently so there's a lot of so working with as many people as I've worked with, and to be clear, like the outcome at the end of the day is that people are happier. Like, but like not just not like happier as in like, oh, they sniff some cocaine and now they feel better. Like not that type of like it's not happier at all costs. It's like that a human being is truly they feel fulfilled in life. Like that is the goal. And so in that pursuit of consistently really searching for, okay, like where's the gap here? How does this person end up becoming happier? How do they like what does it look like? There have been various patterns over the past 10 years that I've noticed in working with hundreds of human beings, and in finding those patterns, there are like certain things that pop up consistently. Like, oh, that's okay, that happens all the time. This happens all the time. This is consistent. This is consistent. And then it's like after you see enough of these really consistent things that work to help people establish healthier, more fulfilling, more productive lives, then it's like, okay, I'll do whatever it takes to get that to happen. And I've come into this place in my own process where I've noticed that I've gotten really good at working with emotions as a way to uh, create the perception of truth. Because it's like if the whole room, if I paint a particular emotional picture and the whole room is like, yeah, that feels right to me, then it's like, okay, well, you can't ignore the fact that there's 15 people in this Zoom room, everyone's feeling exactly the same thing about this same information. There's something there. And so it's like that's something I've used consistently. But what I've gotten clear on, especially with the work that we've done here, is like, although that may be viable in the sense of like, hey, look at all the people who agree with this statement all at one time, um, as evidence of something being accurate or not accurate. Um, there's also been this like increasing understanding of like, hey, like scientific data is going to be necessary to start like getting into deeply to prove at least some of the precursors of the things that I'm looking to like actually bring to the world. Because yeah, because so it's like I've noticed for myself, like I use this one quite a bit. And I want to say that I feel as though I'm pretty, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, I have a high level of discrimination where I'm not using it for malintent to harm anyone. I like it's used in very specific situations, but it's definitely one that I use all the time. Like allowing emotion to be evidence as to something's realness or not, for sure.
Yeah, I think that that's reasonable. Um, so yeah, if I could sum up these three fallacies, the first one is I have emotions, therefore what I'm feeling because of those emotions are factually correct.
Mhm.
Or somebody else's.
Yeah.
That's not necessarily true. The second one is um I don't care uh at all. Like I don't give a shit. So like whatever facts you bring, I have no emotion towards them. It's just kind of I don't know. Like I think I'm just seeing it as like complete dismissal because I don't give a shit. Um and then the third one is those people don't actually have real emotions, so they are invalid.
Mm.
Yeah, that's I don't know. I maybe it's probably because of my autism. That I have had struggles with empathy. I'm getting better. But I'm typically one that like if I see if I see there someone showing an argument that doesn't um hold water and then they get more emotional about it and add bring nothing else to the table. It's just the same argument, but now they're crying. And then I see other people are like, you know what? Maybe. And
Yeah.
I'm like, but stop it. Like they've said nothing. They're just crying now.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing changed.
Yeah.
I'm normally like the one that will like, even though it's a very inappropriate moment, I'll be like, no. Like this is not now more valid because someone is now crying. Uh,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah.
very uh non-empathetic of
Yeah.
me, and I'm still working on that. But like, it still doesn't make it reasonable. Um, and then yeah, I don't know. The second one, have I ever done? Oh man, maybe the only one that comes to mind is like when it comes to trans people, I very much like really care, but when it comes to sports, I don't care. And then when it comes to the conversation of trans people in sports, like I don't fucking know. Like you guys figure it out. Like I really couldn't give less of a shit about where people play sports having to do with their genitals. Like I don't know. I don't care about sports at all. And I don't know enough about it to say one way or another. So like yeah. So maybe that one I've done there. And then refinement. Um Animals. Yeah. If there's a bug invading my space, I will be very happy to blast it with some raid. because it's just there. Because I know if you don't, it becomes a bigger problem.
Well,
And
do you know what happens with raid?
what's that?
Do you know what happens with those poisons, those like bug killers?
What happens with
They
them?
don't actually kill the bugs. What they do is there's those they flood the bug's system. So I had to research this because I was curious. I'm like, how does it? Because when you spray it on them and they they seemingly die instantly, right? So I was like, how is that possible? How could you make something that could kill something instantly? That's fascinating. And then I found out it doesn't kill them. What it does is it overloads in order for essentially there's a certain chemical reaction that happens in their musculature that allows their muscles to contract and move. And
Hmm.
if you and the reason that essentially and I can't remember the names of the chemicals, but essentially it's because of the differential amount between these two chemicals that allows their muscles to move. And what Raid does and all those things is it overloads their system with one of them, so their muscles can't fire. So it's not even that they're dead, they're just immobilized, giving the perception of death. And what's happening is they're actually just starving to death. The only way they actually die
Okay.
from that is
So they do.
starvation.
Gotcha. Yes, they do. They do eventually die. I'm like, what? They live
Yeah,
forever?
but it's because it's because they're chemically paralyzed. And I was like, that is so much worse than what I thought. I thought like, oh, they just, slowly die. That was my
I
thought.
I mean, I've had when I lived in a space, I've had like I used to just like kill ants with like my hands, and then like that, just so y'all know, that makes it worse because then more show up. And then there was just like there were ants fucking everywhere. And then I'm done with this. And then I got some raid, sprayed all of them once, gone, never came back. Um, and
Interesting.
uh, I mean, so I've sprayed quite a few bugs, and to my perception, it looks like it dissolves them. Like they look like they cease to exist.
It's just chemical burns thrown into
Yeah,
a
well, I mean,
concentrate.
it looks like they fall apart.
Yeah.
Um, from that. So yeah, if that yeah.
Anyway,
So anyways, yeah.
I love how we don't talk about the fallacies so often.
No, 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 no. This is on topic. Because
Uh,
one of the refinement is dismissing animal feelings.
mm,
And I was and like with small arthropods don't care that much. Sorry,
yeah.
like as far as if my bias is in anything, I would say the more intelligent the being, the more self-aware they are, uh I could also argue the more feelings that they have. Um like I'm gonna treat those beings better than ones that probably don't have as much feelings. Um so yeah, uh if there's a swarm of ants or like bees, or wasps especially, and they're like invading my space, I'm not gonna fuck around. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I've tried it before where I've just kind of like let them be and it doesn't work out.
Mm,
Not spiders though. Spiders will leave you be. Spiders are good. They eat everything else. If there's a spider in your home, let it do its job. It's eating all the insects you don't see. Leave spiders alone.
mm.
Um, but yeah,
I get
spiders aren't
to
gonna hurt you.
I get to roll, family.
Okay, sounds good. All right, see you, Alan.
Later, later.
And then
Take care.
totally was not paying attention at the time. And then Sarah, what are your thoughts on this one?
I need to reread it. Okay. I definitely feel like I've been more in the second one lately just because the apathetic fallacy. Just because I'm definitely in a burnout and like I'm like I I have nothing to give people anymore because my problem is I have the opposite problem where I'm too empathetic. And then, like, that's a problem because me being empathetic affects me. And then it gets to a point where I'm like, I can't continue like this. Like I don't like I'm at the point where I just don't care anymore. So I definitely think I'm falling more into that lately. Um, yeah, those are my thoughts.
Awesome. Very good. Yeah, and then one other thing with the refinement one, I was watching the line today of it was like the last broadcast of R and Raw, and they were talking about Christianity having to do with animals, and like how they treat them. As far as like the religious doctrine goes, I would like to believe, I know my mom at least believes that like animals have souls and they live on and whatnot, but according to the doctrine, their animals do not have souls and they don't go to heaven. And Aaron Ra was talking about how when he was a kid, he watched one of his family members, I believe, skin an animal alive, and he was like, doesn't that hurt the animal? And then they were like, it's just a dumb animal, like they don't feel nothing. And just complete dismissal of any feelings that animal has, because according to some parts of the doctrine, like animals are just essentially automatons that are there for your entertainment, and they aren't actual beings that have feelings.
Hmm.
So, um, yeah, so definitely a lot with animals I see, and I know that there's definitely people that have pointed out, especially with slaves, other terrorists, Catholics, Jews, the whole list, homeless people, especially all that. Um, yeah, I've seen dismissal of feelings in those um before. So, but yeah, but besides like I don't know, very small animals like arthropods, ants, uh, I don't. I really try not to use refinement. Um, yeah, that's playing on emotion.